Hey guys, this is part 4 on how to get started programming in Python. If you haven't watched part 1, part 2 and part 3, I have left a link in the description on part 1, part 2 and part 3. Do not forget to check part 1 and part 2 and part 3 after this video. Do not and also watch till the end of the video. In today's video we will be learning about numbers in Python. In this course, I want to talk to you guys about working with the numbers in Python. Now, numbers are one of the most common data types in Python, and any Python program you write is most likely going to be dealing with the numbers at some point. So I will be talking to you guys about basics of using numbers. We can talk about the different types of numbers that we can represent in Python, and I also want to show you guys some awesome functions that we can use with the numbers. So we can do a certain like mathematic operation mechanism and awesome things with the numbers. I am going to show you guys all of that in this video. So first thing what we can do is we can actually just like print out a number. So if I want to write a number in Python, it's really easy. I basically just write the number. So I could say like print 3, and this is just going to print the number 3 on the console. So let me just run this program and show you. And as you can see, the number 3 has been printed out over here. So I can also use whole numbers in the print statement, and you might be noticing I have put a decimal. Yes, we can also use decimals in the print statement over here. So what I have written is 2.0987. So let me just run this program and show you what happens. It will just print out the exact same whatever I typed here. As you can see, the same thing that we have typed over here is been printed out on the console over here. So I could also make 2.0987 a negative number by just putting a negative symbol in front of the number. And now if I run this program, Python will be easily able to print this out. And as you can see, with the minus symbol also the number has come. In Python we can also use basic arithmetics. So I could do things like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So I could say like 5 plus 5. So as you can see, I have written it on my screen. Or else why not we say 5 plus 5.4. So now if I run this program, it will give me the answer for what is 5 plus 5.4. You can also do like division, subtraction. So let me just show you all that. So for subtraction, let me just type it in. So if I run this program, it will show what is 5 minus 5.4. This is the answer for it. So for like division, if you do it and if you run this program, it will show you what is for division. So for like multiplication, if I run this program, it will show us like 27.0. And also if I want to make more complex equations, we can also use things to specify order of operations. So I can use parentheses. So for example, if I say like 5 into 4 plus 5, what Python is going to do is it's going to multiply 5 and 4 together. So it's going to be 20 and plus 5. So we should get about 25. So let me just run this program and let's check what is the answer. and as you can see the answer is 25. But let's say that we wanted to change the order, so to do that I could actually put a parentheses around 4 and 5, as you can see on my screen. And now it will add 4 and 5 first, so we will get 9. Then it will multiply 3 with it, so we will get 45. So let me just run this program and show you what the answer we are getting as. And as you can see, we are getting the answer as 45. So by using parentheses we can make a lot of complex equations just by using parentheses and numbers, and also you can use like multiplication, division, addition and others to make it even more complex. We can also use other operation which is called the modular operation. So I could say like 10 and use this percent sign and then 3. As you can see, I've used the percent sign and 3, and this is actually read 10 mod 3, and basically what this is going to do is it's going to take the first number divided by the second number and it's going to give us the remainder. So it's basically going to say okay, 10 divided by 3, that's going to be 3 with the remainder of 1. So let me just run this program and show you. So as you can see, the remainder is 1 because the remainder of 10 is actually. You can also store these numbers in variables, so you can store them inside of these variable containers. So I could come over here, create a variable called like my underscore num. As you can see, I created a variable my underscore num equal to 10. So I can come down here and I can just print out the underscore num. As you can see, I have printed in the parentheses, I have just printed my underscore num. So what will happen is whatever is the value stored in my underscore num will be printed out in the console. So let me just run this program and show you. And as you can see, whatever we have stored in my underscore num is been exactly displayed in the console. So in addition to doing things like basic arithmetics, we can also do some other stuff. So one thing, I could actually convert this number into a string. So if I wanted to convert the number into a string, I can just say str and I can put the number that I want to convert inside of these parentheses here, and what it's going to happen now is this number is going to be converted into a string, but instead of being just a number, is going to be a string. So let me just run this program and show you. And as you can see, it prints out the number 10, but it's also being a string. I will show you another way to use string and numbers. So I can come over here and I can say like plus quotation marks, and inside of these quotation marks I can type my favorite number, and we will be able to print the number along with the sentence that I've written over here. So let me just run this program and show you. And as you can see, the number is being printed as well as the and along with the phrase is not been is been printed. So now suppose if I remove this str entirely, and if I do not make it into a string, and now if I run the program, Python is going to give me an error. So you have to write str or int as it says over here in Python, and you have to put a quotation marks, or else Python will definitely give you an error. There is a bunch of other stuff that we can do with numbers, and a lot of times in Python you're going to want to be using specific mathematic operations. So there is a bunch of different mathematic functions that we can use on our numbers. And a function is basically just like a little collection of code that does some things. So a function called perform an operation like mathematical operation on our number. It can also give us information about our number. So I'm sure you guys, some of the most common functions that you will be using in the Python related. The first one is called ABS, and it stands for absolute value. So we can get the absolute value of a number. And so over here I'm going to make this variable -10, and basically I can just say ABS, and I can make an open and close parentheses over here, and this is going to give me the absolute value of this number up here. So let me just run this program and show you. And as you can see, it gives me the absolute value of -10. There is another one called pow, and I'm actually not going to be needing this variable. We will just use a normal number. So let me just delete this real quickly. And this function is going to allow us to pass it two pieces of information. So I can give this function two pieces of information. The first is going to be just be a number, and the second one is going to be the power that I want to take the number. So it could be, say, like 3,2. As you can see, I've written it on my screen, and this is basically 3 to. And now if I run this program, it should show us 9, and as you can see, it shows 9. So if I want, I can even change the number 3 to a different number, such as like 5. And now if I run this program, let's see what answer we get. We get 25. So if I want, I can even change the number over here, say like 7. So now if I run the program, it will show us 78125. In addition to using this power function, we can also use another function called max. So I could say like max, and what this is going to do is it's going to return the larger of the two numbers that we pass into it. So right now I am giving this a 4 under 6, and this should tell us which number is higher. So let me just run this program and show you. And as you can see, the higher number is 7. As you can see, I can also use another function called min, and this is going to be the opposite. So now instead of printing out max number, it's going to print out a smaller number. So let me just run this program and show you. And as you can see, it is printing out the smallest number. Another cool function is called round function, and this is going to allow us to round, so it's just going to follow like a standard round rule. So if I said like 5.4 inside of over here, now we will get the answer 4. So let me just run this program, and as you can see, we got the answer as 5. Sorry for the wrong answer.